Finally, after years of waiting for this movie, years of making videos on it, getting excited, saying hundreds of times that this is my #1 most anticipated movie of this year, I got to watch Superman last night at an early screening/premiere, which you can check on my Instagram to see more from that. And here's my quick spoiler-free review, including rating. Quickly want to mention that if you're planning to watch this movie, there is 2 post-credit scenes, so stay till the very end. Let me make this clear. As a very big Superman fan, I am not going to be biased, or try not to, and I'm going to be honest in how I thought about this movie. This movie isn't perfect, but let's get into it. Shout out to James Gunn. This movie is a step in the right direction for the DC franchise, and I am looking forward to the future. This movie proves that you could be more comic accurate and do a great job with it. Cause a lot of it is like straight out of a comic book and is done well. This movie is refreshing. It felt good watching it, seeing a brighter Superman, a Superman that really stands for hope and wants to save everyone, not just people, but everyone and anything. Now, I'm someone who's a fan of Zack Snyder. You could find lots of videos of me in the past saying restore the Snyderverse and stuff like that. And my favorite Superman is Henry Cavill. Now, what I like about this movie even more is that we got both, and that we got 2 different variations of Superman, and that we could like both of them. Because as much as I like Henry Cavill's Superman in the Justice League and as Superman in those movies and the darker tone of him, it's really nice to see a brighter, lighter version of Superman. Which, credit to David Cornsweet, he does a great job as Superman, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of him. He embodies the role well, and he does a great job as Superman and Clark Kent. Speaking of characters, actors, I think, they introduced maybe a little bit more than you would have liked. There maybe could have been 1 or 2 characters that you could have been could have been removed from the movie and not much of a difference. But then there are other characters in this movie or like part of the Justice Gang, etc. that I think were done well with the screen time that they were given, especially Mr. Terrific. I think he was awesome, and I'm really happy with what he was able to do in the movie to be able to show off how smart he is. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, I think she was great, and I really like the chemistry and the relationship and the acting between her and Clark Kent. I like that Krypto actually acts like a real dog, where he's not going to always listen all the time and he's going to make messes and go crazy despite what he's capable of. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, arguably the best Lex Luthor we've ever gotten, at least live action wise. I think he was great. A diabolical hater. Doesn't matter how good Superman is or what he does, always gonna hate him. And Lex was aura farming in the movie, charismatic and menace. The action, I think, was good overall. Some fun fights, great fights, good moves. It was nice to see, which leads into the special effects and CGI, which I think was also good overall. I'm happy with the quality. There were a couple moments or scenes that were maybe a little bit wonky or weren't the best, but then others that we saw from like TV spots or trailer footage that we thought, didn't look that great, that they actually improved on or kind of fixed or made better for the actual movie. The story and plot, I think, was good overall. Solid, easy to understand, doesn't need to be complicated for a movie like this that already introduces a lot. Dialogue and jokes. I think the dialogue was good overall. I like some of the things that Lex or Superman were saying. And in terms of jokes-wise, it has its funny moments, but not all the jokes landed for me. There are a couple where I'm like, yeah, we've seen this before or heard this before. There were a couple moments in this movie where I can't really say because it's like a spoiler that I would say, I don't know if it was like an error or like purposely done, where it didn't like affect me or bother me or ruin anything for me, but a little bit distracting in that particular scene. The music and tone, yeah. The pacing and runtime, happy with. Before I give you my rating, is this the best Superman movie? Well, I haven't had really time to rewatch all the Superman movies yet because there's quite a bit, so I can't really say anything about that, but what I will say is that it's definitely one of the better ones. Will I watch this movie again? Yes, I already have tickets to watch it this week, and I'd recommend to watch it in IMAX. Would I recommend this movie to you? Yes. So here's my rating, which is hard not to be biased because I'm such a big fan of the character and I actually like this movie, and then I'm going to like it more than the average viewer. So I give Superman a nice 8.5 to 9 out of 10 rating. If you plan on watching this movie, I hope you enjoy it because we're only 3 days away from the release. I can't believe Superman is here. Thank you for watching and dun 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 dun!